There we go. Hello, Game Boys and Game Girls. I'm the GameBoyGuru, and welcome to another live stream. It's been a while since I have done one of my revenge clear streams because I got caught up in Tears of the Kingdom. But now that that is finished, I am in hopes of trying to relearn and get finally get my 1cc of Gaiares, because I came close during the month that I covered it for my podcast, but I did not accomplish it. And I ended up, in fact, getting a 2 credit clear because I couldn't quite get through the penultimate boss, and then into the final boss battle. With that said, let's go ahead and jump in here. Hey, D Tungsten, good afternoon. I will be using the 8-bit DOE M30 because the my Mayflash stick died, and I bought a Brook Ultimate board to replace it, or replace the internal, but I forgot to order the wiring kit that I needed. So that is on the way, but in the meantime, I'm going to go this route. Alright, I think it's the C button is the one that I need. Yeah. Okay, C button is my TOZ launcher. Cool, I remembered that. Yeah, M30 is kind of the one that it sort of feels like a crossover between a Genesis 6-button pad and a Saturn Model 2 pad. It's a really good controller. Oh, you have a skin for input display. Nice. I've never messed with doing any of those. Of course, I don't really emulate, and so other than for PC games, I'm not sure that it's going to be that relevant. Need an input display. It's on my GitHub. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that might be worth doing at some point. I don't really know that I've got a lot of Retro Spy works with Mister. Okay, cool. Thanks for the tip. That's good to know. I know I can find one that works with PC somewhere. And now that I've got a dedicated gaming computer that I use in my setup, that will actually make sense to implement at some point. But designed for other systems like actual NES2. Oh, that's curious. How would you even remotely get that to work with something like a regular console? That would be wild to think about, finding a way to interface that. I'm not sure how that's possible or what the what that would entail. Oh, an inline adapter. Interesting. Whoops. Huh. That makes sense. There we go. I can't always get it on stage 2. Sometimes it can be real finicky. Because it can be hard to get the targeting of that 7th launch to actually hit an enemy. Designed for speedruns and task stuff on real hardware, which I'm not really into, but I like seeing the inputs. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that was close. Oh, you suck. I would imagine then you would have to have an adapter for every console that you wanted to use it with. You know, like a little dongle or whatever. Which would not be ideal, but doable still. Oh, seriously, I just got a refresh. That's garbage. I literally just got a refresh of my shield and immediately took a hit. Was designed for NES originally? Okay, that makes sense. Only use it on the Mister, which doesn't require an adapter because it's in software. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Really? Oh, come on now. That was garbage. That was garbage. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Boulders swinging along there. That is stupid that the positioning right there is you can get your shield eaten up by the enemy in the laser. That sucks. Well, that means that if I don't position myself correctly for this boss fight, it can go sideways pretty quickly. Dang it! I do too. Yeah, the Genesis sound is great. Man! That's the problem, is that spot without a shield. Your positioning has to be absolutely perfect. Or you just kind of get hosed. Doggone it. It's always the stage 2 boss where I either lose a bunch of lives and then struggle the rest of the game, or I sail through fine, and then it's not until like stage 6 or 7 where I start to run into issues. It seems like there's no middle ground. Why couldn't I have done that the first time? Huh. Oh well. This is just practice. I'm not going to clear this today. I don't have enough practice on some of the later levels or enough muscle memory to get that done with any real accuracy. You suck. Thanks a lot, jerk. Yeah, can't do it when it matters. Yep. Seriously? Wow. And then, yeah, and then here, I also kind of struggle here sometimes, because getting the hidden weapon here can be a problem. Dude! Oh my goodness. Wow, the timing sucks. Really? Yes, I'm going to continue because I need to learn the game. And I need to get this down. Because this is dumb. I can get three launches off, and that's it. No! Ah! Doggone it! That's frustrating. Like, how am I gonna make that work if I can't be exact on the... There. Good grief. What a pain in the butt. Yo! I thought he was gonna clip me. Not having a shield here is also not ideal, because of the way that the bullet movement can be really erratic and unpredictable. Yeah, like that. That bullet kind of swung around in my direction. Holy cow. These gravity wells are not very, but also not super predictable either. They're somewhat predictable, but not entirely, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. There we go, get my missiles. Oh, thanks a lot, jerk. Forgot about those. I will have to make sure and remember those. And that. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Obviously, I have forgotten many of the intricacies of this stage. Not cool. Fudge cakes! Really? Oh, come on, dude! Oh my goodness. Oh, did I miss my shield? No, I missed my shield. Come on now. That is not cool. Oh, I should have gone up instead of down. Man. That's annoying. Yep. I sure did miss the shield. Good grief. Yeah, dadgum indeed. My screen, it should not say blue revolver. I fixed it in the Twitch menu before I started. In fact, let me double check it because I specifically went in and fixed it. Unless somehow it reverted, but I fixed it. It says Gaiares on both sides on Twitch, and it says Gaiares on my all three panels in my restream deal on OBS. So Twitch is correct, yeah. Oh, my scene says, oh, that's why. Sorry. I hit the wrong scene. I'm so used to just hitting the one button for my shmup thing that you're right. I'm a dork. Okay. Sorry. I'm silly. Woo! Spicy. Yes, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Because obviously that's, you know, something I want to have working or set correctly. Okay. Oh, whoa, can you destroy those? Oh, interesting. Cool. That's kind of neat. I was not aware of that. Well, still learning stuff about this game. That's pretty funky. This is one of those games, you know, you talked before about loving the Genesis sound. I do too. But this is one of those games that I feel like compositionally the music is great, but the sound engine they used was a bit lacking. And so if this had something like, you know, Technosoft level sound driver that they were using, this soundtrack likely would have been considered one of the absolute GOATs on the system. It's generally held in high regard, but I feel like it could reach even higher status if that was the case. Oh, I was enjoying the sound as is, but yeah. Right? Yeah, exactly. If the music in this game was done in a more robust sound driver or engine or what have you, it would just be insane. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. Okay, well, that works. Not quite at the bottom, but close to the bottom then. Dadgummit. That is so lame. Getting ganked by a laser like that. Yo, DMC, thank you for the raid. Thunder Force, I have the CD even. Yuzo Koshiro is the GOAT. Yeah. Yeah. Koshiro is definitely one of the masters. I mean, the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack is absolutely amazing. One of my favorites. Yo, DMC, thank you for the raid. It's going okay. Just taking some time to kind of relearn Gaiares a little bit. When I covered the game for the podcast, I only managed a 2cc, and so I'm trying to relearn the game a bit now that I've increased my skill level to see if I can go back and, get a revenge clear. Revenge of Shinobi is your jam, yeah. And see, I think the Revenge of Shinobi soundtrack is good. I actually prefer the Shinobi 3 soundtrack, which I know that that Koshiro did not do. So it's one of those things where, I don't know, I just really, really dig that one. Yeah, it is personal. That's kind of the idea, is that, I didn't get the clear when I was actively working on it for the podcast through the course of that month. So now it's like, okay, yeah, it might be a little cheesy at this point to say, this time it's personal. But it kind of is, because, I feel like I had the ability to get the 1cc in this when I was playing it on the regular. It just didn't happen. And I want to make it happen now. I'm invested, You do not prefer the Shinobi 3 soundtrack. Yeah. That's okay. We like what we like, It's kind of funky that some of these turrets you just can't destroy. It's a little weird. Like, no matter what weapon you have, some of them will not blow up. It's a little curious that they did that. I don't really understand why either. Oh no! And that's my thing too. The Revenge of Shinobi soundtrack is a good soundtrack, for sure. I just like the Shinobi 3 soundtrack just a little bit more, you know? And some of it is, I think I've got more of a connection to that game because I bought it first between the two, and I played a not insignificant amount of Shinobi 3 on my Nomad because at the time I had a third shift job and I was taking my Nomad to work with me because once we reached a certain point in the night or a certain amount of work that we had done, you know, basically all tasks were completed, I could sit and play my Nomad and it was totally fine. And so I put a decent amount of time into Shinobi 3 because of that. So I've got a bit more nostalgia for that game. You know, it might be different if I had played Revenge first, you know? I really like that you're doing this. You've had so many episodes where you said things like, I would like to go back to this game, or I'd like to try this other technique. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea. Is I want to... Oh. How far did I get with 1944? Not very far. I think stage 8 on the easiest difficulty is the farthest I was able to get. So I did get the laser upgrade, but yeah, that's the most I was able to do on a single credit. Oh, whoops. Oh, I just messed it up. Oh, no, I guess not. Well, interesting. I thought you could not press any other buttons. But maybe you can. Yeah, you know, we were both of the mind, Addicted and I, that 1944 had some good ideas, but I feel like it's the... Other than maybe 1942, which was kind of an early take on the genre in general, but I feel like 1944 is the lesser of the later games from 1943 on. No disrespect meant to Mr. Koshiro, but I also prefer Shinobi 3 soundtrack on average. Whirlwind is great. Shadow Master and Ninja Soul are absolute bops. Yeah. Not Stephen M. Welcome. Yeah. That soundtrack just has a certain vibe to it that I love. And I feel like the songs fit the levels really well. And the songs are all really good, well composed. They sound great with the engine that's being used, and yeah, it's just a good combination of elements. Had a launch Genesis and played a lot of the early games. Yeah, and see, that would make a difference. Oops, I messed that up big time. Well, that's not going to do it. That's all the more I can get an upgrade, I guess. Ha! There we go. Okay. Now I got what I wanted. Oh, dude, that was garbage. That was garbage. I hate getting ganked by a boss's bullet right at the end after I've already defeated it. That is so lame. That's also lame. Very much a case of this is good, but I wish I was listening to Revenge of Shinobi. I mean, that's fair. Like I said, a lot of it comes down to preference and then also nostalgia. Because I came to Shinobi 3 first, that's where my nostalgia lies. So it really is just a matter of a certain bias. Okay. No more getting taken out by stupid bullets after the boss is already dead. Not having a shield for the dragon fight is not ideal. Because the fire pattern, while is relatively predictable, is just enough nonsense that you can kind of get taken. Like that. Of course I got clipped there. So lame. Really? Do I have a favorite STG developer? I don't know if I have a favorite developer. I mean, you know, Lightning Force is my favorite. You know, Thunder Force 4 is my favorite shmup. But I can't say that Technosoft is my favorite developer, because even though they created my favorite shooter... Oh my gosh, really? I don't know that the rest of the games in the series, or like Elemental Master, are good enough for me to say that, yeah, they are they are the best. I also haven't played enough cave games yet to kind of be on the cave bro train. So yeah, I don't know. It's it's hard to say. There are definitely some indie developers who have made a bunch of bangers that are all pretty good. Like Zakichi, you know, pretty much always guaranteed to have a good time with a Zakichi game. But I don't know if Zakichi's games are all top tier material. They're all fun. I just don't know that they're all exceedingly well designed. Thunder Force 4 had quite a different sub-team within Technosoft 2. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, and see, it was a different group than the team that did... well, the guy who was like the head developer for Thunder Force 3 left Technosoft, and then he went and created Gate of Thunder. So it's a different thing, you know, different vibe. Oh, you like Thunder Force 3 the best. That's fair. The Thunder Force 3, Thunder Force 4 debate is kind of like the Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3 debate, you know? They're both great games in their own right. It's a matter of which one's style and vibe resonates with you the most, you know? TF5 you're nostalgic about. Okay. See, and that's... I have a Thunder Force 5 story. I haven't actually played it yet, but I found a copy of Thunder Force 5 one time for sale, used in a rental shop that I used to go to way back in the late 90s. And at the time, they wanted like 20 or 25 bucks for it. And I was like, man, I really like Thunder Force 4. I should probably buy this, but what if I'm disappointed by it and it's not as good? And so I didn't buy it then. And within a week, maybe, it was gone. And I don't think I ever saw it in the wild again from that time forward. Why? That's annoying. And so I actually didn't own a copy of that until a couple of years ago when I bought, I just went ahead and bought both iterations of the Saturn version. And then, I guess it was more than a couple of years ago. And then a buddy made me a good deal on a Neo Geo CD, some Dreamcast games, and then his copy of Thunder Force 5 Perfect System. Doggone it. And so, anyway, now I finally have that, but yeah, I don't have the nostalgia for 5 because I didn't, you gotta be joking. This is such a trouble spot for me. I don't know why. Atmosphere in Thunder Force 5 is very good. Soundtrack is awesome. Has the typical 90s futuristic AI story. Yeah. that stage 5 area is such a trouble spot. That's another one that I need to really tighten up. Can't play Thunder Force 2 worth a darn. Yeah, it's a hard game because of the overhead levels. Those definitely ramp up the challenge. Got to stage 4 back in the day. Okay, yeah, I think that's about as far as I've ever made it on a couple of serious attempts. When we cover that for the podcast, I don't expect to 1cc it. But I'll be pleasantly surprised if it happens. Can't get out of 1. Yeah, I mean, even stage 1 is rough. Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It just doesn't quite hold a candle to its successors. And obviously, since it was a launch title and you have nostalgia for it, that's understandable. That's when I could be convinced the later games are better. Yeah, I mean, you know, it just makes sense. Yeah, the soundtrack in this game is good. We were just talking before about how the music in this game is well composed and catchy. But if it had been done in a, let's say, a Technosoft sound engine or something like that, would this soundtrack be even more well regarded, and would it be considered one of the GOATs on the system? I think right now it's considered really good, but would it be held in as high esteem as something like Thunder Force 3 and 4, you know? We just need a musical genius to improve it, right? Yeah. Somebody needs to boot up Deflamask or something and get on it. Remake this song or remake this soundtrack in the Thunder Force 4 sound engine. You know? Yeah. Yeah, really good sound effects. Excellent soundtrack. I mean, Lightning Force or Thunder Force 4 is my second favorite game soundtrack ever. Second only to Symphony of the Night. Doggone it. Oh, I did get it. Okay. Good. I was going to say. Well, I took some shield hits, but at least I got my special weapon. Could probably do it. Would take a lot of effort. Yeah. You know, I've never messed around with trackers, so I honestly don't know how much time that would take to do. Have many things taking precedence? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I certainly don't have an overabundance of time either. My name is Pan. Oh, thank you for the follow, Pan. Appreciate that. Somehow wasn't followed yet. Oh, no worries. Appreciate the follow now. Good stuff. Have messed with trackers, just not exceptionally musically inclined. See, and my thing is, I am musically inclined, but I don't read music. And so, like, I can sing an A. I just can't tell you that I'm singing an A because I don't have the knowledge to say, oh, that's an A, you know? And I can hear stuff and then regurgitate it, but I can't tell you, oh yeah, I'm singing this in the key of C or whatever. I just hear it, internalize it, and then I can spit it back out with some consistency. You know, it's one of those things. I should never have quit band after 6th grade. I should have stayed in band so that I could remember and still be able to read music. Because I was playing the cornet, and that was good for me, but I just didn't stick with it. I didn't want to give up my study hall. If I relearned how to read music, I bet I could, you know, get into a tracker and do okay. I just have never taken the time to try to do any of that. Where those homing missiles are sure coming in handy. Was messing with a tracker trying to port a song to ZX Spectrum. Oh, interesting. That's kind of a neat idea. Alright. Unfortunately, this special hidden weapon is the worst for this section because you don't clear out stuff very efficiently. Ah, that sucks. Oh, really? Come on now. Lame. Dude, seriously, what is the... Okay. I keep taking hits in this section, man, and it sucks. That's the only problem with using this hidden weapon in this second stage, is that this section it sucks with it. So you have to be super aggressive in destroying vines, or just tank a few hits and hope that you still have shield left when you're done. Yeah, mean hits. Almost every other weapon is vastly superior for that stretch. But I like this weapon, and I find that it works great for the game and is generally more powerful than most of the other weapons, and the homing makes it so much more versatile. So I like it better. Yes, okay. That's what I was trying to do on the first run. Yes, Telenet Japan is the developer. They also made Granada, and they made, what else? They made a couple of other, well, they made Avenger and, what's the other one? Fudge. Oh, I messed that up. Well, the missiles are a decent second option. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not ideal for streaming because there's so much graphical weirdness going on. Okay, at least I have a shield here. Even though I don't have my special weapon, I have the 4-way missiles, I have homing missiles, and I have a shield. So I'm not in too bad a shape. Yeah, and they have made others. I just can't think of the names of the others off the top of my head. But yeah, it's Avenger and on the Telenet Shooting Collection, there's one other game that they made for PC Engine that's on that collection. And they did a couple of others too, but I can't remember the name of the other one on that collection that they did for PC Engine. But they did a handful of STGs. Oh, I love it, D-Tungsten. Hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. They made the game called Granada. That game's very entertaining. Heck yeah! Getting it done. This weapon actually should be pretty good for this area, and it'll be great for the boss fight because I can shoot behind me. So actually, it'll make that boss fight maybe go a little bit smoother or a little faster. Maybe I should take bottom path here. Well, thanks a lot, turd. Ah! You suck. Dadgummit. Well, I got greedy and I paid for it. Crap. Okay, I guess never mind. Bottom path is not any easier. Man, that sucks. You suck! Well, I guess we're going special weapon anyway. Dadgummit. That sucks. employee at his first job. Hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. I am making the game Granada. Huh. Something like that. Super Mario 64 was ported to PS1? Really? That's insane. That's insane. Oh, a recompiled version? Interesting. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, that you can even manage that, you know? From a technical perspective. A lot easier to port when decompiled. That's true, but even so, you know, the PS1 hardware is not as capable as the N64 in some ways. Devs and tools are doing amazing work, right? Right, yeah. Hey, you've got some insight into that for sure. Whoops. Well, that was not ideal. FPGA programming is a little above my station. Don't sell yourself short, but I get it. I mean, because that's... I would imagine that's pretty... pretty intensive work. Okay. About here. Well, that sucks butts. Crap. Crap! Why can I not stop running into shit? Haven't looked into it, but it's not entry-level stuff. Right, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that being a much more intensive thing. Okay, do I keep my laser or do I... I'm going to take a chance and capture this and see if I get a better weapon. No, but that's okay. Oh, you've done some assembly. Nice. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, this weapon is a little bit weaker. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. And I got a weaker version of it. Can I not, I cannot. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Whoops. Oh, geez, what? This is not gonna go well with this, I'm gonna need to... Okay, well, I've got a halfway powered up version of this weapon. This should work okay against the boss, but be less ideal. Tried playing Super Mario Brothers on the Genesis. Something was off. I don't remember it being off. Huh. Yeah, something was off. You were playing on hardware it was never meant to run on. And even if it looks and plays fine, it's like, I'm sure it's weird. Just like the people who played the Somari bootleg. Yeah, it was homebrew, of course. I always forget that that little rock at the bottom can't hurt you. Okay. C64 versions, ZX Spectrum versions are good. Can't find the Intellivision version, but supposedly exists because some people have shown it off. Interesting. Of Super Mario Brothers? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to die if I want to get my other weapon back. So I'll just continue with this for now, and that's a downgrade. Crap. Seriously? Come on, man. What's with the missiles? The missiles never get me. Huh. Okay. Oh, that might have... I wonder what weapon they give you. Oh, yeah, that's a good weapon choice. Yes. Missiles. I should have... There we go. No! That's not what I wanted. Okay, well, reacquire the laser again. So annoying. They never get you, that's why they're called missiles. I see what you did there. Well, that was a lame way to get back to my my chosen weapon. Zed 1964. Welcome. Love this game, but hunting for the best weapon always gets me killed. Oh, that's why I'm using the hidden weapon. Or this hidden weapon, I should say. And funny, we were talking about Revenge of Shinobi versus Shinobi 3 earlier in the stream. Why couldn't I do that before? Alright. I think this next mission is where it gets dicey, if I remember right. As far as getting the special. Yeah. Very much so. Good grief. Oh. I think I just screwed myself. Yeah, I did. By getting the shield. I screwed myself. Crap. Well, that's not ideal. You suck! Thanks a lot, turd. And there's not another shield for a hot minute. Oh, you suck! Seriously, man. That's garbage. So garbage. Yeah, headshot. I guess that's one way to say it. Huh. Alright, I will forego the shield weapon here because I want this weapon. Yo! Alright, and I want to get my shield here on the top path, which is up here somewhere. Bit of a lull. Oh. Where was my shield? This is gonna suck without a shield. I have to fight this boss without a shield. I thought there was a shield here on the top path. Or maybe it's yet to come. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. This should still be a shield up here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Nice. Okay, good. I don't have to face this boss without a shield. Because that's a lot less fun. Well, this mid-boss too, but the actual stage end boss is the one that's gives me a problem without the shield. Because timing the dodges can be a little funky, especially when it starts to go fast. Okay, we're going to speed up any time here. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Nice. If memory serves, there are 8 stages total. Stage 7 has the penultimate boss, and then stage 8 is just the final boss, if I recall correctly. Yeah, and of course this boss rush. And of course now, with this version of the fight, I don't have the rocks and stuff in the way to worry about, so I'm fully maneuverable and I can just kind of do whatever. It's a nice thing about that version's a little bit easier when you face that boss the second time, because you got full range of motion on screen. And they changed this fight up a little bit. Its spawns are different than the first time. It goes back, forward. Oh, nope. Call me, make me a liar. Make a liar out of me. Yeah. Yeah, the boss art is pretty cool. And in fact, that was the focus for the North American box art, was the bosses, because they're so large. And I kind of like that, because it's a pretty cool aspect of this game. Okay, why was that? Why are the homing shots not actually homing in? Ah, fudge. Double fudge, man. Not planning very well on that. I don't know if I get another shield refresh before the end of the stage. I don't remember 100%. I don't think there is. I am not a fan of this fight. Oh, a late hit. Sucks so bad. Sucks so bad. That's one thing about boss fights that just annoys me, when you can have a late hit. Very frustrating. Oh yeah, Fantasy Zone. Oh, what? That was crap. Oh! That's the double deal is always a little bit and I trapped myself. Okay, well, except, oh, do I get a shield refresh here? Is this the checkpoint with a shield refresh? Probably not. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Good. Now I just need to play more tightly on this this boss here. And then exactly make the same friggin' mistake. 2 hits. Just like last time. Jeez. Oh, come on! Pay attention, dummy. That was cleaner than last time for sure. That's usually the way that fight should go. Yeah, don't look at chat. Exactly. To some extent, you're right. Playing shmups with chat is a bit of a precarious choice. Playing shmups with mic, camera, and chat. It's probably not very smart, but, you know, it's just how I roll. Oh, well, good morning. Oh, hey, how's it going? You are the artist who's worked with Terrarin games on some projects. This boss, I do not like this boss fight at all. I feel like I almost have to just memorize the sequence 100%. Yes, Gaiares. I do not like this boss fight at all. part of me feels like maybe I should not use the hidden weapon on this boss because maybe it's just not strong enough. It's a good game. I get frustrated because there are a few spots that are really difficult, and this boss in particular, I struggle. I've never managed to beat this boss on a single credit run. I always have to continue. I've only ever managed a 2 credit clear, which is frustrating because my goal is to 1 credit. I just can't do it. I just don't understand. It's a sequence thing. It's got to be a sequence thing. That the arm is going to come out either on the top or on the bottom, and I have to know where and when. I just haven't memorized the sequence. Okay, bottom. Bottom. Or maybe there is no sequence and you literally have to just guess and dodge. I gotta move far enough to stay away from the laser. Hitbox. This is where I'm gonna top out. This is where I always get stuck. Is this boss fight. Oh, yuck. I need to watch a run and see how this is best handled, because I have not been able to ever do this fight successfully with any kind of regularity. I always get stuck here, and I... Yeah, there's no sequence. You either... Can you bait it? Can you determine where it's going to be, or is it truly random? Oh! I hate this boss. I just hate it. It's a terrible boss. And the stupid thing is, it's just a wall boss, you know? Maybe there's a sequence in the sense that it's going to fire lasers sometimes, but no arm. Arm sometimes, but no lasers. And then sometimes both. Oh! Yes! Yes! This is harder than the final boss fight. Is not that difficult. This is harder. And I don't understand. This is the one major flaw of the game that I would say Telenet Japan messed up when they were designing this, is that they made this fight so tight and so difficult. Yeah. I know not to go forward that much. Why am I doing it? I just get here and then I get into the cycle of frustration is my problem. And then those bullets are hard to predict. I feel like I'm either going to have to get here with shield and tank some hits, or I'm just going to have to get lucky in the sequence. And the only way I'm going to clear this is when I get lucky. Well, it doesn't block bullets when It does not block bullets when you're firing the TOZ. Only when it's still Oh, okay. I'm done. I'm done with this for today. That. That's frustrating. So frustrating. I guess I need to watch some runs and see if I can figure out how to play tighter against that. Jeez. All right, well, let's see here. West 112 is playing some Mushi Futari Ultra. That sounds good. We'll go ahead and raid for that. All right. Let me set that up. Yeah, a lot of HP, exactly. I mean, if I got there with a better weapon, and maybe I need to plan for, a different strategy on, maybe I need to plan for a different strategy on the penultimate stage, and instead of going for the secret weapon, going for, you know, the thick laser weapon or something. That's a much stronger weapon, so that might be the way to go. Anyway, I should be back Monday for more Blue Revolver. So I guess we'll wait for that, because I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I won't be home and able to stream. So anyway, we'll do the raid. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing, and game on.